democracy. Rod, a very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you, mate. Good to hear you.
It's good to see you. I mean, it's slightly worrying that that Joe Biden is in a position to recommend who should be the next sort of NATO leader. He likes the look of Ursula von der Leyen, as I call her, the woman who ordered a load of wooden rifles to be given to the German army, I believe, when she was the defence minister in Germany. She didn't have a great time there.
No, she was a catastrophic defence minister. They were broomsticks. The soldiers were rehearsing with broomsticks. It's a shame the Wehrmacht didn't take that approach in World War II, frankly.
Yes,
but
it would have made it a lot shorter.
It would. But, you know, we are saddled with the most anti-British president in the history of the United States, with the possible exception of George Washington, who I think we should concede had his reasons.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, fair enough.
His loathing isn't like Washington's based on anything based in reality. It's upon the fraudulent Irishness mythology that he was brought up in, and which has enabled the man over the years to vote on anti-British legislation whenever the opportunity arose. That included stopping us extraditing terrorists from the US. He refused even to recognise Northern Ireland. And more recently, of course, he's he told the Irish that he was over in Ireland a couple of months ago to stop the Brits screwing around. And he is an odious, deluded, senile idiot.
Yes.
And the problem is now that something serious, NATO is kind of under his control, and he doesn't want Ben Wallace. He wants Ursula von der Leyen, as you so aptly put it.
And I presume part of the... Sorry, go on.
He said he can't stand the Brits.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that's really the main driver of this, right?
It's the only driver. And the problem is, you see, that we are one of the biggest donors to NATO. We are about the only European country, apart from the tiny Baltic states, which pays its full whack towards NATO. And we've also been at the forefront of coordinating efforts and persuading our European allies, who were sometimes a little wary of this, to give full support to Ukraine in the battle against Putin's invasion. And all of that is we have effectively been leading NATO for the last 2 years. And it would be hopeless if people like Macron and Biden were to get their way, and that NATO should somehow be led by someone within the European Union, as if that mattered, which is what Macron wants, and also presumably what Biden wants.
Well, it would be. And, I mean, his view of the rest of Europe is rather sort of ignorant, it would seem.
Well, he doesn't know where it is, does he?
Well, no. And he doesn't really speak about European policy of any kind. He doesn't, he doesn't suddenly open up and start talking about the French riots. He doesn't start talking about European Union trade problems or, difficulties that they have had. It's ironic, isn't it, that the French have historically hated America and American policy, so much so that they didn't even want Disneyland there before it actually got built.
Yeah, well, indeed, and we're always resistant to NATO. We always had an alliance, an old alliance with Russia, going back 200 years, and have always been antithetical to what they call waspish Anglo-Saxon culture and politics. I mean, credit to Macron. I think he's handled himself quite well during the French riots, and certainly with a lot more spine than most of our politicians would have done, I suspect.
Yes.
But NATO is very important. Maybe we should pay a bit less towards NATO if this is the way we're going to be treated.
Right. Well, Donald Trump had it right, didn't he? Trump said that he wanted more money and more contribution from other NATO countries because most of them hardly give any money at all.
Yeah. I think Greece gives virtually nothing. Right. There's Spain, Italy, Germany gave very, very little. It's upped its amount recently, but it's been a serial underpayer. We are the ones who always go along and say, yes, America, we'll pay our whack. Well, maybe we shouldn't. And maybe Biden should be told, why not ask your Irish mates, see if they can stump up a bit of money?
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good.
Yeah, see See what side your bread's buttered on, you senile old goat.
Exactly right.